Hey y'all, welcome back to a special edition Hopped Up Beer Review. We are drinking our way through the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar. And tonight, we're trying Erlkönig from the Erlbräu out of Gieselhüring, Deutschland. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. We are back to do that again. We are working our way through the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar, and we are back to review one of the beers here. Unlike previous years, or last year, really, we are going to be releasing all these at one time within a couple of days. Because we do realize that some of these boxes are different and they come in a different order. So we're going to do a little different this year. But with that, I have got Andy in the attic and Jay. I am Ben. So which one are we drinking today, gentlemen?
Erlkönig from the Erlbräu out of Gieselhüring, Deutschland, Germany. So
glad we have you, Andy.
Brewers, well, thank you. Brewers Advent Calendar consists of independent, privately owned breweries in Germany.
And we reviewed 24 last year, and there were some we did not review because they did not come in our box. But this is one we didn't review last year, so super excited to have a different one.
Another great Helles to come.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Cheers, mates.
Cheers.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Thanks. So this, another Helles lager, 5%. It uses 100% Hallertauer hops. It won the 2018 European Beer Star Bronze. So it's an award winner.
Wow.
It's, so the Erlbräu, the brewery started by the Erl family, 1871. It's in its currently 6th generation of ownership in the family, in the Gieselhüring. And I was looking at the name. So last year we did a from this brewery, we did the Erl Helles, or the Erl Hell, not the Erlkönig. And so I was like, oh, what's the difference? They didn't really describe much of a difference on their website, but they are two different beers. I definitely wanted to confirm that this just wasn't a variation of it. So I was like, okay, what does the word König mean? In German, it means king, but when you put Erlkönig together, it means test model. So I wonder if that means like the standard, the model of what, like Modelo in Mexico. So I wonder if that was their intention on that, since they've got the name Erl. So that's it. I'm done. Yeah,
That's it.
I can drink.
Wow. You loaded us up there. Huh?
Well, I mean, it was not a wealth of information on the site. I mean, they say stuff, but it's just like a lot of these sites just put fluff out there, and it's nothing interesting.
So the interesting thing is, the takeaway here is to have a beer last year with our 2022 Brewers Advent Calendar from this brewery, maybe even a couple, but we had one that was the Erl Hell, came in a green can. And then this one is a new one for us. So throughout this Advent Calendar, we're going to definitely be reviewing some beers that we've had, that we had last year. And, we'll have a few that we have not. So we found that a lot of these beers are the same, but they're sprinkled in a few that we haven't tried yet. So excited that this is a new one for us. All right. Since we don't really have any other information, I guess we don't really have anything else to talk about other than actually to review the beer. So who wants to go first on this one?
I can.
All right, Jay. Lead us off.
I do not remember Earl Hell. I do not remember Erlkonig. Konig?
Because we didn't have it.
Yeah. Well,
Erlkonig.
Exactly. All they my point is they get lost. It doesn't stand out to me. It reminds me, as Ben has alluded in other episodes, we've gone through these macros, or we call Monday macros. This one has good flavor to it.
Do we call it that?
Macro Monday.
Macro Monday. Monday macros, macro Mondays. Semantics, right?
It's German. It's the German version.
Yes. I have flipped it.
Yeah.
So 9. This one is flavorful, smooth, light, easy drinking, but it gets lost to me. I mean, it's a step above what we would have as a macro Monday. I do love the Helles because they are so easy drinking. They're crushable. They have that German flavor. I love the Haller Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hops that they use, they're good. They make great beer, between the water and the hops and everything else. But it's just going to stand at a 7 for me. I can't bring it higher than that.
All right. Andy, what say you?
I was thinking along the same lines, Jay. It does have that German taste. It's very light. It's easy to drink and refreshing, and you can definitely tell that this is not, that tastes different from our macros, which a lot of them are just lagers based on old German recipes from the immigrants that came over and started these breweries here. But that said, it's got a little sweet. I know they do the strict German beer laws over there, but it tastes almost like it's got that kind of like that corn adjunct and additive to it, a little sweet to it. It's really easy drinking. I give it a 7.0.
All right. Yeah. I think that the one thing we found last year in doing the 2022 version of the Advent calendar was that there are a fair amount of Helles lagers in the calendar, which is fine. I mean, but you start to, but from the front to the end of it, they all kind of start to run together because they there's only, I guess, so many different ways you can make a Helles lager when you have such limited ingredients to actually make it from. So I definitely understand that point. And I think, definitely echo everything you guys say. I think that on the list, this one's probably a little bit lower for me, thinking back to the ones that we had a year ago, because again, yeah, it does almost kind of dip into that macro style with that sweet. It's just that little flavor that, corn was the first thing I kind of thought of when I tasted it as well. And so I think this one's for me, I think this one's a 6. It's it's okay. I drink it again if I get it in another, the 12 other Brewers Advent calendars I bought, and, I'm gonna have it a few more times. So, but no, I think it's a 6. I think it's, compared to the ones that I remember from last year's calendars and the ones that we've had so far, it seems to be a step lower than the rest for me. That is going to be a 6.7 for the Erlkönig Hell.
Erlkönig.
There you go. Thank you.
Erlkönig.
And One more time. You got your fingers on the button, is it?
Erlkönig.
Okay. Yeah. So if this one is in your Brewers Advent calendar, let us know what you think about it. But I think we all kind of are on the same page with this one. It's maybe not quite as good as some of the others that we've had in the box, but hey, let us know if you agree or disagree. With that, be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. We would definitely appreciate that if you've made it this far and have not done so already. Check us out on all the social medias. Links are down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server, where you can chat with us about the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar and other beers that you may be having and that we may be having as well. And lastly, if you're interested in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, like what I have here or Jay is showing off, definitely go check out the link below and you can pick some of that up there as well. For Andy in the attic and Jay is just like, screw it, I'm going ahead and I'm drinking. Forget you guys.
Sorry.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, mates.